Today we will continue our discussion of our app which we have been developing so far. So in the last video we managed to develop this part. So this part has been developed. This is where we get the username, or in case of two players we get names of both players, and then we start this activity which we called mood. So this is a pretty basic activity, so I have already designed this. First I have a simple text view. Let me show it to you. So here's my simple text view. Here I gave it ID of head, and for now the text is empty. I can write something to show you what it is. So this is how it looks like. So but we need it to be empty for now. So I have centered it. I have given it white color, and I have given it a size. Similarly, I have designed two buttons. First one is the X symbol and the second one is the O symbol. You can view the source code from the description or from here. So as you can see, this is pretty basic stuff. So but let's look at the working of this mode class. So here the user will choose his or her symbol. So this is where symbol will be chosen only in case of single player mode. Only one player, that is the user, will be allowed to choose the symbol, and the other symbol will be the computer symbol. And in case of two player mode, player one will be allowed to choose the symbol whatever their name will be. So let's see the working of it. So first I have created three static variables. I have created the static variables so I can access them in the whole class, not just a specific function. So I created them. So now as you know, this method is executed as soon as the activity starts. So first I am using the get intent to receive my previous variables. Let's look at our other activity to see what we received. So let's go to data. So remember we forwarded the names of the users, and also we forwarded whether the mode is single player or multiplayer. So we forwarded this variable. So we have received these variables right here. So as you can see, first I'm storing creating a variable m, and then I'm storing the value of multiplayer mode. uh, I'm giving it default of 0. Then I'm storing the name of user1 into n1 variable, which is a static variable. Then I'm storing the n2 variable, n2 name to the second name of user. In single player mode, the n2 will always be computer since it is fixed, but in multiplayer we will receive the real names of the players. So also uh, also, I have created this static variable multiplayer, which tells us whether the mode is multiplayer or not. So by default, it is false. So if m is equal to 1, then we know that the user has selected multiplayer mode since we have received the value of multiply here. So in that case, we will know it is multiplayer. Therefore, we will set the multiplayer to true. So this boolean variable will be set true. Then we will set remember the head value. Then here we used uh, since let me show you here. So this is a text view head which is completely empty. Its id is head, right? So we created an object of the text view class. Then I gave it a name of head. You can give it any name. Then I use this function find view by id to get the id of the head, and then I stored it. So then I can use this head object to manipulate it to change its value, color, or font, or anything really. So I set it to first n1, which will be the player one name. Then I added this text pick one. But if m is not 1, I did the same thing, but in that case I set the multiplier false. So this statement will be executed in both cases. I can get it out of if statement, but this multiplier value, it boolean value, it depends upon the value of m. So that's also I have added slash n here to insert a new line uh, after the name of the user. So if you run this app now, it won't be an empty text. You will see the name of the player one, or in the single player mode only the user, and then pick one will be written. So you will see like this. Suppose user enter John, you will see John slash n pick one. This is what you will see on the screen as soon as this activity is opened. So this part is done. Now we have to do some pretty basic stuff. So in the case of option one, so option one is the on click method. Let me show it to you. So if user clicks X symbol, we go into the option one method. But however, if the user clicks O symbol, then we go into the option two method. So this is the method of option 2. So we have two methods. So first I'm using the option 1 method. So first I'm using the button class. Remember, these classes must be imported before they can be used. I have already imported this. I'm using the button class to create a variable object. I called it button, and then I am storing the id of oop1. That is, oop1 is the id of the x symbol. So then I am getting the text from the button, that is thus x. I can simply replace this with the x like this. Uh, I can simply type x since it is already fixed, but I am still getting it from the text. So button dot get text dot to string will allow me to get the text from this button, whatever it is. Then it will convert it into a string. So this is a function I wanted to show you. So first, here I have created an intent object of the intent class. Then, if multiplayer means that if the value of multiplayer variable is true. So remember, multiplayer is a Boolean variable. It is true. Then we want to start the multiplayer class. So I have created two more classes called multiplayer and single player, which will be our main classes. So in that case, multiplayer will start, and if the user selects if multiplayer is false, then we have created an object of single player class. So based on the value of multiplayer variable, we will start our next variable, next activity. So then I am passing the option, that is the symbol x, to next activity. Similarly, I am passing the names of the both players, and then I am starting the next activity. So next activity will start. In option 2, I am doing the exact same thing as you can see here, but in this case symbol will be different. It will be O instead of X. So that's it for today's video. Thank you.